notes. Austin's like kind of taking charge of just like organization and making sure we stay on.
Moderating.
What I say?
I say he's been moderating these meetings.
Yeah, basically. So I don't know. I can do it today. All right, I'll just go to the matchup. So Bradley beat me 169 to 145. Austin beat Reid, high scoring 126 to 61. Tom beat Chris 146 to 101. Evan beat Siggy 139 125, and then Riley beat Ahi 132 123. I guess, man, the stupid recording thing's in my way. I can't.
Oh, I hate that. The toolbar, that shit's so annoying. Every time I have a meeting, it does, like you can't remove it too. Like I go to the settings and it's just like there's an option to remove it, but it's just grayed out. Like it just wants to.
That's how it is on Zoom too. It's terrible.
Oh really, dude?
Okay, I got part of it out of the way. I was gonna show playoff scores here. You guys can see my screen, right? Obviously.
Yeah. Yep.
Josh Allen put up 49.
Yeah, I was just looking at these. Tannehill actually, I didn't realize Tannehill had such a good game. I guess he had 5.
Team lead Emily, can you go to 3?
All right.
All right, well, there's Chris.
It's 2 of Evan.
All
All right, finally, I can see you guys. All right.
There's 2 of them.
Peyton Barber, 22 points.
Gee. Oh, really? I didn't even realize that. Hey, Collin, how do you feel about the bounce back week for your boy Zeke? Oh, wait, you don't have him in Dynasty, huh? Shit.
No, yeah, but in redraft, I wasn't surprised, but it was good to see. The touchdowns carried him. Wide receivers, there's Mike Williams. Good old Mike Williams, Chris.
Man. Sucks for whoever benched him this week.
We both messed up because I traded him basically for Rod.
Yeah.
For John Ross.
Yeah, he's better than John Ross, but
Yeah, no, I'm just fucking.
Schultz and Conklin, no one had the top 2 tight ends, which is kind of crazy. That's a position you don't usually see.
Mm-hmm.
The third.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that later. But yeah, kickers, Justin Tucker also.
Shit was
And
nuts.
then this is just pretty
He
well.
got a touchdown on one play from that kick. He got 6.6 points.
Defenses did really well though. Jeez.
The move from here on out might just be to pick up whoever the Jags are playing.
Yeah, Jags and Jets.
Riley picked them up before the week, and that won him our matchup. Not that I should have won or anything, but saved him.
And Bears potentially. The Browns had like 8-9 sacks, right?
Jeez, yeah, that's good. That's a good point.
It was 9 sacks, actually.
Damn.
Yeah, it says right there.
All right, so we can talk about individual games now. Is there anyone matchup you guys want to talk about? I guess we should talk about Chris since he's kind of on a time limit.
True.
We really want to talk about it?
We do.
We want to get your thoughts on this rough 0-3 start. What do you have to say for your team, Chris?
No, we're just off to a bad start, but coming up here, we're gonna go in a hot winning streak.
I feel.
I'm not trading away my team, despite what you guys want me to do. I can't grasp the concept of just throwing away an entire season and plan on the future. Like I already have a bunch of picks. Like I'm not a Reid. I can't just like purposely lose the rest of the way. I don't know. It's just not fun to me if I do it like that.
Yeah. But you got a solid production from Melvin Gordon, so that's yeah. If you can keep that up, that would be nice for you. And then the decision to start Baker over Herbert, what went into that?
Just simply the Chargers playing in Kansas City. I truthfully just thought they wouldn't show up. But
I feel that that Chiefs defense kind of like Swiss cheese, though. But I see.
I don't know. I just didn't realize they were that bad, honestly. Like when I think of the Chiefs defense, I just don't think of them being bad. Probably just because I'm so used to hearing about their offense.
Facts.
But I am starting Justin Herbert this upcoming week, and Mike Williams is in the lineup.
Oh boy.
So expect Rondale Moore to have a breakout game and Baker Mayfield to put up 30 at least.
How'd you do that? Oh my god.
Yeah, right. I know he had like a good week, but yeah, starting Rondale was over Mike Williams was. I guess they were playing Jags, but
I was kind of mad that he just did he did that well week 2, and then everybody was sending me offers, so I was like, you know what, might as well just start him. And I took Mike Williams out because I just again thought the Chargers wouldn't show up in Kansas City, and sure enough, I couldn't be any more wrong. And plus, he was playing Jacksonville. Like, come on.
It's not like you to be wrong.
I know, it's very, very rare. Sometimes the great one slips up once or twice.
Yeah.
How did that nickname even start?
What's that, Evan?
Sure, Bradley started it.
That nickname, the Great One.
Great one.
Oh.
How do we feel about Robert Wood's slow start? My fellow Rams fan Chris and my closet Rams fan Bradley.
I mean,
I just traded for him in redraft. I think he'll ultimately be fine, but definitely not encouraging.
I mean, you know he'll have a few breakout games.
Yeah.
I mean, freaking Deshaun Jackson took over this past weekend.
Yeah. What's up, Collin?
I was gonna say a lot of people were expecting him to show up more this week, thinking Tampa would try to take away Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought a little concerning. Like this week, he only put up 6 points, and only had 6 targets. But I mean, he's still playing.
What's up, dude?
90% of the snaps, so he just may not be as what people originally thought.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, yeah, it's obviously first and foremost him and Cup in that offense, and as you mentioned, 90% of the snaps. So I think he's gonna get his share as time goes on.
Cooks this is like an interesting one because when he was drafted, I guess redraft matters more. How can I see this? 10th round, and like I would take him over Woods. I mean, for at least this year. Just based on his.
I liked Cooks coming into the season just because like he's the only guy in Houston, and even if you look at his numbers towards the end of last year, he was putting up some good numbers because he is a good player, but just gets injured a lot. Bad situation, but no, he's good.
Yeah, wow, his last 2 weeks were really good. I didn't even.
Do they have anybody else on that team?
No. You might as well put us 4 out there and be no different.
Yeah.
Yeah, Davis Mills looks like, he looked all right, so you could see Cooks producing consistently if he's the starter.
Was he all right? We didn't watch that one. Evan and I were in Vegas. I was literally going to bet on that game, do a parlay, and the parlay I was going to put, it hit, but DraftKings doesn't operate in Vegas, surprisingly, so
that sucks.
Yeah, he was good. He was accurate. Texans O-line wasn't anything special, so.
Look at that mighty Steelers defense. Wow.
Oh,
still
yeah.
Baby.
A lot of injuries.
There's the excuse.
It's not an excuse.
And look at that Eagle defense.
Oh,
It just pains me to see 42 put up by Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
That would kill.
You've got some like nice low upside, but Beckham, he looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to trade Beckham, but I actually do want some picks for him. Deshaun Jackson, nobody's going to want him. That was probably his best game he'll have all year by far.
Probably.
Hunter Renfrow, though, he's kissing right now.
He's
3 games are pretty solid.
Yeah, what's he ranking? 30th?
He hasn't even. I guess he did get 1 touchdown, but I don't know.
He's only rostered.
I remember drafting him and thinking that was a sneaky pick.
Yeah, I can't believe he's only rostered on 22%.
Oh, geez, yeah, that's crazy.
That was a good pick, Chris.
And Jefferson's, starting off better than what most thought.
James Robinson had a good game. I didn't see that.
Yeah, he had Robinson.
He left Madison on the bench.
I
Tom
know.
just has so many running backs.
Yeah, no, it's like it's not like he has Mixon, Kamara, and Robinson, so it's not like that egregious.
Who else did he start though?
Yeah, I mean Woods and Godwin. I would definitely put him in for Woods for this week.
Yeah, against Tampa, I probably would have. But
Is Cook still expected to be out for this week?
Bradley? Did we lose him?
We lost him.
Has Dalvin Cook? I actually don't know. Has Dalvin Cook even started this year, or did he get hurt?
He got hurt last week.
Dude,
Yeah.
is it really a football season without him and McCaffrey
Right.
being injured?
I guess the answer would be no.
Yeah, he's like
Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
Hunt had a big game.
he's got a bunch of
Tom has so many running backs, but like you don't feel comfortable starting any of them outside of big guys.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of having them if you're never?
I just trying to get Ronald Jones from him just because I have Fournette, but Tom probably won't look at his phone for another 4 days.
I offered Tom a trade over a week ago, and he still hasn't responded to me. So I just,
Yeah, you
like
got
9 days.
to text him.
Yeah. All right, we can go on to next game. I guess we can just do. Well, Evan, you have to leave, don't you? Like soon, or not soon, but sooner than all. So we can just do you next.
So
Also,
Evan,
I heard you guys talking shit about my team.
what?
I downloaded the YouTube video to watch on the plane on the way there. God, my
What
team
did
got
we say?
railed.
What did we say?
What did we say? I don't remember.
We did say about you and Chris. We said like you guys playing each other. Oh, that wasn't this week. That was the other week. We called it like I don't know if it was last week or next week, but we called you guys' matchup like the Thursday night matchup.
Thursday night football. You were shitting on Josh Allen.
That's what it is.
Okay.
All right, I gotta go. I'll see you guys.
All right, see you.
Chris.
Thanks for
Yeah.
joining. Oh, is Bradley back? Oh, he's back.
I don't know why it keeps going in and out sometimes. Other times it's fine.
Like with Josh Allen, we weren't saying he's bad. He just hadn't been, what you expect, obviously, the first couple weeks. But
Yeah, that's fair.
And I don't know why. I've never loved Josh Allen. Like he's a great player, and like I don't know. I don't know, something holds me back. He's just like one of those people for me. You just kind of dislike for no reason. I don't dislike him, but I don't know. I feel like he's not as good as everyone thinks, but he showed out last week. 50
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, this was definitely an unexpected win, an unwanted win.
I was gonna say. So, how do you feel sitting at 2-1 with your supposed strategy?
I don't know what to say. I mean, I have ETN and Judy out. Bateman's still out. I don't know how I'm winning games. I mean, I'm playing some of the lowest scores, I guess, but
yeah, I was looking at this because I was curious. You've scored 372, which is lower than, most of the league. So I don't know if you've just gotten kind of lucky with a couple close games. I don't remember what happened week. But Chris. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. If I were you, I'd probably wait as well. But because AJ Brown especially has been a real bust so far. It's kind of crazy you have 2 wins with him playing the way he is.
I know he was my first pick. He'll be fine. I'm not worried about him. He's out. He'll. I'm sure I'll miss a game or 2 as well. But yeah, so I don't even know. I don't know who I guess I'll be having Henry Ruggs as my wide receiver 2 now. We'll see if I can even win with that. But Ruggs is doing well. I'm definitely surprised to see that. That's exciting to see. Pitts. I need Pitts to eventually get involved in the offense, but their offense just sucks. So
It's atrocious. Reid,
Yeah, I mean,
Mr. Munger, what's up?
Sir, hello. Sorry, I was on hold on it with Frontier Airlines for a while, but I'm here.
we talked about Chris and Tom's game. That's the only one we've gotten through. So now we're on Evan and Siggy's.
All right, cool. I saw that we're talking about John Ross 2.0 right now.
Yep. Yeah, I'm saying you got a couple good weeks here. A lot of targets.
Yeah, 7 targets.
Yeah, I'll take 7 targets any day.
I mean, that's a third of what Najee Harris gets, but I don't know.
That was absurd.
Yeah, I can't believe we got 19.
What's up with that, Bradley? Just a lot of checkdowns?
Yeah, and our other 3 wide receivers got injured at one point in the game, so
Oh, for
not
real?
anybody else.
Jeez.
Can't block, so got to throw it away, right away. So
How do you feel about Najee in general as a fan and then as fantasy wise?
I mean, as a fan, I love him, but fantasy wise, I don't know with this offense.
That's fair.
I don't know.
I saw a stat that he's been hit behind the line of scrimmage on 70% of his runs.
That's absurd.
I
So,
believe it.
I own him in one redraft league, and I'm kind of trying to sell him right now for something good, of course, but seeing what the market is, because if he keeps getting hit at that rate behind the line of scrimmage, he's not getting 19 targets a game. I think you're going to see some regression coming up.
No, for sure.
Yeah,
Did
you look
reach
at
out to
his ranking.
Siggy. Go
He's
ahead.
15 standard and then 6 in PPR, which is pretty drastic.
That's absurd.
So
I
depends
noticed
on
he
it.
had 17 plus points last week. He had a good game last week too. So really, it's only a 6-pointer, and their offense, as we mentioned, still sucks right now. So imagine if they can never get it going.
I'd be dead by that point.
I don't know. What do you guys think about Siggy's team? It's just
It's like
I
I feel like he's caught in between like competing and just like not competing, and then he pretends like he's gonna sell his good players by adding them a trade block, but no one buys it.
I asked him about Najee. We'll see what he says. We'll see what happens.
What would you give up for him, Bradley? I'm curious because I almost put together a 3-team trade between me, you, and him, but I didn't know what you would give up for Najee.
Well, we tried like a month ago, right? But that didn't really work out. Siggy said that he wants 2 first-round picks and a young guy. That's what he said.
Young guy.
I
That's
don't know.
reasonable.
I think I would give up the 2 first-round picks, but I don't know what else he wants. So
Yeah.
let's see.
The offer that I was going to send, but I ended up backing out just because of myself, was you giving up 2 first-rounders and Claypool. You would get back a second, and obviously Najee, and then also Marquise Brown. And I was giving Siggy another first-rounder and Pollard. So Siggy would be giving 3 first-rounders.
What would you
Pollard.
get, Evan?
Claypool.
Oh, you would give up all that for Claypool?
Pollard and a first-rounder for Claypool.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
I wouldn't. I don't know if I would give up a first rounder for Claypool by itself.
Why?
I don't know. I'm not a huge Claypool guy, I guess, but at least, granted, Juju will be leaving after this year probably. And
I mean,
Hopefully.
23.
oh no, yeah, no, I'm yeah, no.
No, I was kind of in the same. I mean, it makes sense, but I'm not as big on Claypool. I really like Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, he's the number 1 without a doubt.
Yeah, Riley's just got him sitting on his bench, but I can't figure out how to get him.
Oh, Riley has him too. Shoot, Riley kind of has a sweet bench.
That's like one of his better bench pieces if he wants to trade the.
I like Deontay a lot in general, but I feel like I don't like him as much as like all you guys. Just like at least in the current situation, because I feel like those 3 are just gonna eat off each other. It's either like they're all 3 gonna have like average games, or like it's gonna be like every 3rd game. Like 1 week it's gonna be Claypool, 1 week will be Juju, 1 week will be Deontay. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
Yeah. I mean, Deontay, I don't want to.
In general,
we'll
he's a football player. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. We don't have to make this like a 20-minute conversation. Was there anyone else you guys wanted to talk about with this matchup?
Oh yeah, how about Bradley and Evans trade Mike Davis to Bradley for a second rounder?
I just wanted to trade for him back.
Yeah, facts. I think it was a good deal. Obviously, Bradley really
That's
needed
something.
good deal for
Yeah,
Evan.
that's,
Bradley really needed running back. What's up? Sorry, someone say something.
Bradley keeps breaking up.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on.
Collin, what do you think of the deal?
No, I think it made sense for both. Bradley could have had Cordero Patterson for the same price, but he went with Mike Davis, which is fine. No,
He's
it
not
made
worth a
sense.
second, in my opinion.
Bradley needs Tyson Williams, Elijah Mitchell, Naeem Hines, and his team will be perfect.
Hey, Bradley, you know Tyson led the team in snaps.
That's right.
49%.
If only you could start 4 running backs. I guess you can actually.
You can. You absolutely can.
If only you could start 4 extra running backs outside of Henry and
Alvin Cook.
Dalvin.
Reid promised me last week that Tyson would keep getting most of the carries and
Will.
playing career. We'll see.
I stand by.
But we can move on this matchup. Nothing else that I need to talk about. I mean, my entire bench is 4th string wide receivers, and I think they had a total of 100 yards between all of them. So, nothing to talk about there.
I'm rooting for you to pull off the 3-game winning streak next week, whoever you're facing.
What'd you say?
I'm rooting for you to pull off the 3-game winning streak next week.
I think I'm playing A.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Easy win.
So I think I'm projected to lose by like 25 points right now, but
See what happens. We got to take those gimmies against the NFC East.
Tom thought he had a gimme last week.
Yeah, Tom has a really good team. I really just hasn't been performing, unfortunately for him.
Is Riley joining?
I guess not. Maybe he's busy or out of town or something.
Yeah. Yeah, Tom's just been like unlucky. He lost by less than a point week 1, and then week 2, Kamara had 5 points. It's been kind of unlucky. All right, so next thing, talk about Riley and Ehi. I thought this would be like much more high scoring, I guess. Murray and Mahomes didn't put up as much as you'd expect, but
yeah. Saquon though, 20 points. I'll take that from him, especially
Nice.
from the haters like Reid. So shut him up for a week.
Hey, I'm coming back. I traded for him in a redraft league. I'm starting to come around.
Hey, attaboy. Chubb just by his standards, that's laying an egg, but probably no fault of his own. Probably something the Browns did that was just idiotic.
Hunt went off.
yeah, I think Hunt got the touchdowns.
Yeah. 21 points.
It hurt me in redraft. Could have beat Austin potentially.
Logan Thomas outscoring Waller. That's a tough one to swallow.
Yeah, stuff you don't want to see.
Logan Thomas, baby, what a stat line!
He got that touchdown.
Don't forget he was the tight end, I believe, 3 last year. Like, trying to win.
I love Logan Thomas. I wanted to hang up with him.
Oh, look who decides to join.
Wow.
This guy.
I don't want this guy
Hey,
here.
bro. Yeah, let me just make my dinner during the one scheduled thing I have to do all day.
Why do you make your dinner at 8:30 p.m.?
What's happening? Can you guys hear me?
No, we can't hear you.
No.
I'll eat dinner.
Sterling Shepard got hurt in the game, so I actually tried him for the first time. Bench Galladay, Reid would be happy to hear. But it didn't work out this week for me.
Well, how many points did Galladay score? Ooh, 9.
9.4.
And he had a tackle
And a
too. I don't know why he
tackle.
put tackles there.
I should get a point for that. That should be 10.4.
AJ Green though. Jeez.
Yeah. I would have started him. I would have won. Gronk,
Yeah,
the most reliable / greatest bench player of all time, bench tight end of all time. Double digits guaranteed.
10-2. Would you ever consider flexing him, putting him in the flex? I feel like
I would for sure, but like I'm kind of like the opposite of Chris. It would like I don't know, something would really have to force my hand for me to do it. Not that like I think it's a bad idea, just like I don't know. I guess I'm stubborn. I just like this,
Yeah,
stand
something
around.
insane. Him averaging 20 points for the first 3 weeks, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Go back to the top. I wish Riley was in this because remember last week, and he talked about his wide receivers and how like there wouldn't be these low scoring weeks. Like that was kind of last week, and now he's had 2 in a row. I mean, Metcalf did well, but Diggs, Robinson, and Cooper got less than 20 points combined.
It might be starting to time to worry about Allen Robinson.
That's what I was about to ask. Yeah, because remember, Reid, I asked you and Austin like a while ago, like before the season. I was like, "How do you guys feel about Allen Robinson in general?" Because like, I feel like he's good, but he's also not like one of those elite, like skilled or talented guys either at the same time. And he's in a shitty offense now, so
He's performed year after year though with bad offenses.
no, yeah.
Dang. He hasn't even broken 50 receiving yards in a game.
Sheesh.
Jeez.
He doesn't even have 100 receiving yards for the year yet. That's crazy. I didn't realize he was doing that bad.
Austin, what do you make for dinner, and what do you have to say about Allen Robinson?
Well, sometimes dad duty just takes precedence, boys. I don't think anybody else understands.
I always forget you have a kid.
It'll be fine.
With A-Rob, honestly, I have thought about sending Riley a trade offer for A-Rob all week because I just think that, he played the Rams in Cleveland, and being with the whole quarterback switch and everything, I think that he'll definitely bounce back to being close to where he was drafted. I'm still not worried about him. I think I want to see the next 3 weeks when they have 3 easy matchups. I think we could be talking about him in 3 weeks as perfectly fine, back to normal. But
Pretty easy. He's going against Jair Alexander.
I think it's just going to take a couple weeks with them to get used to playing a rookie. I do think that he's not going to finish like where he was drafted at. Like he's not going to finish in the top 12 wide receivers like where he was drafted with Fields at quarterback. But I think he can still be a wide receiver too. Low end.
Yeah, I think it's a good buy low chance with him for sure. But it depends. Probably would be willing to give him up for that price.
Yeah, I know Riley actually asked me before the season who I preferred between him and Cooper, and I kind of shocked him a little bit when I told him I think I preferred Cooper going into the year just because I knew that the quarterback switch was going to happen, and anytime a rookie quarterback's in there trying to throw the ball, it always takes a year for them to have meaningful yardage and try to sustain a pass catcher.
And the Cowboys throw like 84 times a game too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he went from 16 targets. He's had 9 combined targets last 2 weeks.
Jeez.
They've definitely been more balanced, but
Last night was just a weird game. Did you guys all watch the game last night?
Most of it.
Most of it. It just seemed like the Cowboys had the ball the whole first half, and then the Eagles had the ball the whole second half. I don't know if anybody else felt that way, but that's kind of how I felt.
I did. I felt like the Cowboys had the ball the entire game.
3 rushing attempts.
Oh my goodness, that's absurd. And you have Miles Sanders. Collin and I were talking about this, or at least I texted him that. Like, what's up with that, Evan? Like, what do you have to say about that?
There's no explanation.
That's what he's like. Even if you have like the bummiest of all bum running backs, like you got to run it more than 3 damn times.
You got CEH back there. You got to run it more than.
Yeah, maybe a solid 4 at least. Gosh.
I don't understand. I was texting. Collin and I were texting like the entire game. Makes no sense.
And it's not even just this year. It was a problem last year too, and he's so talented. And I know I'm a little biased because I have him on my team, but I've always felt that way.
Oh, he's really good. He's always gotten like 5 yards a carry, it seems, for his entire career, and they just won't give him the
I
ball.
remember his like typical stat line last year, or at least his good stat lines would be like 11 carries, like 100+ yards, and like a touchdown. It's like only 11 carries though.
Yeah. Wonder what his. Actually, I'm curious what his career yards per carry is.
It's 4.9.
4.9. Yeah. Like, doesn't make any sense. But I guess they're bad. The only thing is, I guess you would want to limit his rushes since they're bad, but still, 2 carries doesn't make any sense to me. At least give him 10.
Yeah. That Gainwell's kind of a dog, though.
Yeah.
Well, I like Gainwell too, but didn't give him the ball either. So.
Yeah, like I would say, like me and Evan were talking about this a little earlier today, but having a running back and a wide receiver on the same team really bugs me, especially
I feel that.
Bears.
Yeah, especially the Bears.
We'll try a running back and 3 wide receivers on the same team, huh?
Who you have?
Shepard,
Giants,
and Galladay. Shepard's been a beast this year, though, like surprisingly. So now he got hurt though. So speaking of beast this year, Deebo Samuel, he's getting a lot of attention, a lot of love from Jimmy G this year. He had 10 targets again yesterday.
Wow.
Dang. I don't know how well he was doing. Didn't Riley say last week, again, I wasn't on the call, but I listened to it, that this was at the top of like Ehi's acceptable range of scores or something dumb like that.
He's like, yeah, this is the high end. He's like, oh yeah, no, I don't mean it as a diss or nothing, but I'm only pointing it out for your team.
Yeah,
was funny. I guess he wasn't wrong. He went and beat you.
What's up?
I said, I guess he wasn't wrong. He went and beat you.
This week he got me.
I mean, but like again, I said this last week too when that came up. What you had 152, and if that's like 140 to 160, you're gonna win most weeks.
That is true. Yeah.
Bradley
over there averages like 170.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bradley's been.
Just pencil in 35 from Derrick Henry and 30 from Cup.
Sounds about right. We'll take it.
Yeah, when you've got those workhorse running backs, that really helps.
You got a big the big Mike Davis trade that really solidified the backfield.
What do you think? I want to thank you for putting that trade together.
Well, you're welcome. For those of you that don't know, I was doing work behind the scenes trying to work a 3-team deal with Evan and Bradley, where I got Claypool, and then Bradley would get Mike Davis, and Evan would have got a second. I think there was something else in there too. But yeah, turned out that they just dealt behind my back and basically did the deal with it.
How are you getting Claypool out of that?
I know. I wasn't gonna.
Yeah, right. That's the question. That first question that always arises whenever Austin's involved in trade talks.
Whenever it's like a multiple team trade, it's always Austin somehow is like fleecing everyone else.
Whenever it's a one-on-one trade as well.
That's true.
Well,
I would love to see that trade, Austin. You should have proposed it. I really want to see how you got Claypool.
I think Bradley didn't think it was out of the ballpark. He didn't take it, but it wasn't hateful.
Other boys calling your name, Austin. Just accept it.
Yeah, I'd probably be interested. I don't know what it'd take though.
Yeah, I know. I would. Here we go. The matchup we've all been waiting for.
Oh yeah. Can I pull the screenshots up from Sunday at like 1:30 when I got text that said?
What did it say?
Right, 60 points.
Well, Hines and Tyler Boyd started off hot, and then after that, I scored like 20 points the rest of the day.
Oh, you talk about how you said the upset is on.
Yeah, he
Austin.
I think Hines and Boyd both scored a touchdown in like the first 15 minutes of both games starting. So I got a text from Reid saying that the comeback, the upset is on. This is what competing looks like. So then I had to.
Austin was quaking in his boots.
And then Justin Fields played, so it is okay.
I got super lucky. I won a game in my redraft with Justin Fields as my starter.
Damn, you're out here starting Justin Fields in redraft?
Right?
Yeah, I did the same thing in a redraft, and yeah, I got lucky in one too. Hoping for the rushing yards, maybe a rushing touchdown. He had 10 carries in like a half versus the Bengals, so hoping that would carry over. But I don't even know if he got a chance to pass the line of scrimmage versus the Browns.
Yeah, those 9 sacks.
Not good.
You guys, I remember you talking about Chandler Jones week 1 against the Titans with all those sacks. Myles Garrett one-upped him this week.
He didn't have 6, did he? I thought he had like 4.
4.5. I thought Chandler only had 4.
He had 5.
I had 5.
In like 3 quarters.
In 3 quarters. That's true. I thought he had 4. I missed it.
What do you guys think about Tyreek? Back-to-back couple, I don't want to say duds, but, very underperforming games.
I think the Chiefs are going to come out next week, and I'm not kidding. I bet they score 42, and he's going to have about 30.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. I'm going to the games.
So. You're going to that game?
They play Philly, too. Oh, God. I'm sorry, Evan. This is not going to be a close game.
I know. I picked this game to go to. I just wanted to see the Chiefs play.
Flash, you're going to catch.
You needed them to beat the Chargers so that they could, stumble into this game and, keep playing in like they have been in the mud. But after they have back loss, I feel bad for the next opponent. It's going to be
Tyreek Hill might have 300. He might break the receiving record for one game. Our safety got hurt, or one of our safeties, and Riley McLeod's already out. So yeah, he's going to be open deep all game.
Are you going to join in on the boos after the first quarter when Miles Sanders has 2 carries and the team has 3 points?
If they lose, they lose. If Miles Sanders gets less than 5 carries, I'll boo. That's the only reason.
Evan, what time's the game?
Pretty sure it's at 1.
It's at 1? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was prime time or anything.
No.
Is that a joke?
Well, it's not like the Bengals play the Jaguars on prime time. It's Thursday, dude.
Yeah, that's a Thursday. This is on. If they put the Eagles on prime time on Sunday.
Thursdays they use to get the crappy teams a primetime game. That's what they use Thursday for.
That's true.
It's unfortunate. They should just say F the crappy teams. If you want to play on primetime, be better.
Yeah.
I don't know how many weeks in a row I'm going to start Dak over Brady and allow Brady to outscore him, but I think 3 weeks is the limit. Because I started Dak 3 weeks in a row, and I think Brady's outscored him.
Who the Cowboys got next? I know Bucks play.
It doesn't matter. I put Brady in. I don't even know who the matchups are. You can score that much Rams.
New England.
Do that good every week.
Yeah, how do you feel about this matchup, Austin? I know you're.
Yeah, I knew that. I was messing, but yeah, I'm starting Brady this week.
Oh, you got Brady going back to New England. I didn't realize that.
Are you still a huge Brady fan, Austin? Like in general? You said yeah.
What'd you say?
Are you still a huge Brady fan, like in general, like aside from fantasy?
Right. Yeah, I like him. I don't know why people wouldn't. They have been Patriots fans. I mean, you can't hate him for leaving.
So, are you hoping for a huge game, but a Pats win, or you just want a Pats win no matter what?
Oh no, I'm hoping for like 50-49 because I have Brady.
So with McCaffrey out, do you think you'll start Chuba or will you start Chase?
Yeah, I'm actually going to sit Lockett. That's who I currently have out right now. Coming off the injury and stuff.
Start Chase. He's going to have his bad week this week. It's going to happen.
I know it's gonna. I almost guarantee it, but I have to start him. He scored 4 touchdowns through 3 weeks.
That just means progression's coming, man.
Is Higgins still out?
He didn't practice yesterday or today.
No idea.
Yeah, that's to be. I think Boyd could have a really good game actually versus the Jaguars.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about sitting Lockett right now. We'll see. I forget who they play. I think he has a little bit of a tougher matchup, but he's also hurt. So
Yeah, San Fran, Rams, Pittsburgh, New Orleans. Man, that's a tough stretch.
Austin, are you worried about McCaffrey rest of the season dealing with a hamstring injury? They tend to linger.
I'm hoping that he sits out 3 weeks and then he comes back. Honestly, I'll be fine just playing Chuba till then. I'm hoping he doesn't try to come back after one, because you saw what he was at like last year. He just kept lengthening it because he wanted to get back quick. But the thing is, the Panthers are 3-0, so, and then they play Dallas, Philly, and Minnesota. So I mean, I think that's 3 winnable games whether he's playing or not.
It's fair.
What happened with? Did anyone watch the Lions Ravens other than the field goal kick? Because this Hawkinson 2 targets is really.
I think they clamped down on him after what Waller did to him week 1. Honestly,
That's what I heard. But, I mean, I didn't watch the game. 2 targets is still tough, though. But, yeah.
I think they just basically treated him like he was the number 1. I didn't watch a lot of it, but I watched a little bit.
Yeah, he's definitely number 1.
Hawkinson and Fant. I've never liked Fant that much, to be honest. I don't know why. I like Hawkinson, though.
Fant's just, like, inconsistent, I feel like. His production.
What? When they get Aaron Rodgers next year, he's going to blow up.
I'd love that. Hey, Judy. I'll take Judy with A-Rod.
So my mouth is kind of watering when Mayer from Notre Dame comes out in 2023, and then hopefully Hawkinson is going to age like fine wine and be hitting his prime at that point, like his prime, and being able to pair those guys together. That's kind of the long-term plan of my tight end position there.
Reid, you don't have any draft picks in 2023, so what are you going to do?
I know I'm planning on trading for some. I got my eye on both of Bradley's seconds, and then maybe you'll slip to me in the second.
Oh, what the heck? How do I get to whatever? I'll go through all the stupid picks you have.
Oh, Reid, do you think Tyson lost the job?
Who?
Do you think Tyson lost his job?
No.
What job? He never had a job to begin with. That's as temporary as work it can get.
Dude's averaging still like 6 a carry for the year. He's going to get his work.
I was just playing, but I think it's just going to be I feel like they seem to like Murray, obviously, especially on the goal line. So I think it'll be a committee.
It's kind of crazy, dude. Like Murray's averaging like half the amount per carry as Tyson, but they keep feeding them. I mean, last game it was 50-50. Before that, it was Tyson, but obviously they were still trying to get Murray ready with the offense and stuff. But you would think that they'd feed him more. I don't understand why they're playing the worst team in the league and they're not feeding their running back when they should be up by 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, what the heck? That is interesting. I don't know how that game with the Lions was close.
It'll happen.
Well, and like Devontae Freeman, he got 3. Why do they have him? I don't understand.
I don't know either. What's up with Le'Veon? Like this dude, like I mean, he was like the first one out of those guys to be signed. He can't even get off the practice squad. Like, and he's always talking on social media like he's still got it and like he's still like damn near elite. But
I think he officially does not have it.
Well, him and Freeman don't even make sense for that offense. They don't have burst anymore. Like patient, at least Le'Veon.
Le'Veon's not a one cut, put his foot in the ground and just run. He's always like doing that ballet shit.
I think watching Freeman over the years, he just beat up his body too much because he tried to run through people for years. And then after you do it for 4 or 5 years, you just can't do it anymore.
Hey, when another grown man lifts you up by your shoulder pads and makes you look like a little kid, that can have some type of effect on you.
Right.
Anyone else we want to talk about?
Yeah, my boy Cole Beasley down there. Click on it.
Continually solid somehow.
Better.
13 targets. Oh, Dave, 13 targets 2 out of 3 weeks.
He's a medical professional, first of all. Second of all, my man just gets the ball. He's the new number 2, maybe the new number 1. I think he's got more targets than Stephon. So
Yeah, it does.
let me know. The best receiver on probably the best offense in football.
The Bills' offense is the best offense in football.
It looked like it this week.
Yeah, right.
This week. What about the other 2 weeks?
They're slow starters.
The best offense in football. Still the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
Tampa.
Bucks, Cowboys. That's
Rams up there now.
the
The Bucks.
Yeah, I think Tampa's the best offense if I had to pick one. Although the Cowboys are a close second.
I would say Tampa, Bucks, Rams, and Chiefs are all like first tier. Or like,
Well, yeah, my boy. Let's not look at his stats right now. He's developing.
I don't know. You were real high on him.
Dude, love
I like him. I mean, the thing
yeah.
is, Mike Williams has absolutely made him worthless right now because Mike Williams is playing so good. They came out and said before the season that they're not going to re-sign Mike Williams, but with how good he's doing, I think it's going to be something to see what they end up doing in the offseason. That's going to be a big decision for him because if not, he'll be there too.
Hey, didn't you pick up Diami Brown in redraft at one point?
No, I have Rondale Moore in redraft, but not Diami.
I could have sworn you picked up Brown too.
No.
Chenault has not been as good as I thought.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be a lot better this year.
Austin.
Yeah, I did.
What do you think about that, Reid? Let's hear your thoughts on LaVisca. You want to skip that one or
Let Trevor Lawrence settle in. He'll be fine.
he's on pace to break the Manning interception record.
Yeah, so he's on pace to have a Hall of Fame career.
Is that what we're holding on to now?
That's what we're holding on to.
Okay.
Or might retire by the end of the year.
Brandon Ayuk finally showed up this week though, which was good.
He got a ton of targets in the end zone too. That he had one kind of drop, and then he had a couple others that he was just missed. So very encouraging.
I think it's a lot better. I think Kyle Shanahan's kind of just a prick, and he likes to flex his weight a little bit every now and again and try to show some of these guys that if they follow his strict protocols, then he's gonna play somebody else over them, even if they're not as good.
It'll be interesting. Yeah, the guy who was starting over him ended up getting less snaps than Mohamed Sanu this week too, which is weird.
Yes, I had a lot of targets, if I'm not wrong. I never looked up the stats, but just watching the game, it seemed like it.
It'll be really interesting what they do with the RB snaps last week because Juszczyk outsnapped Sermon.
Yeah.
And so it really doesn't feel like they trust Sermon at all. So assuming Elijah Mitchell's back next week, I'm kind of expecting Elijah to kind of take over the backfield again. Now, whether he's productive or not, we'll see. But they really don't seem to trust Sermon at all.
That's what a lot of the analysts are saying too, Reid, that they think it should be Mitchell's backfield once he's healthy.
Anything else about this game?
No, I think.
All right. What is that? I think we've done.
I think we got
4.
one, right? Just Chris. No, we did Chris first. Just this one, right?
Oh, the big
same.
one.
Bradley, let's hear your thoughts.
This one, can't we?
Hey, what can you say? Put it to you, man. Just don't look at my bench.
Dang, put up that much with James White getting 0.85.
Yeah, I know. As soon as I saw he was injured, I thought there was no way I'd win.
Damn, I didn't realize that. White.
I thought there was no way I'd win after that.
Jalen Hurts, baby. Very respectable start. He'll take
Sure.
27 in the game.
I'm never starting him again.
He'll take 27.
That thing is, Evan, that's like one of the worst games he's played probably. So ended up with 26. So
Yeah, he's a number 5
That is
quarterback.
crazy.
He's fine.
He's the number 5 quarterback. What's Stafford? It's number 4.
Advantage Stafford.
Hey, guys! I was never one to be good at math, but I mean,
Yo,
I'm just messing.
wait till the season's over.
This could be.
Why don't you guys put a wager on that or something?
I offered them to the beginning before
Oh, you asked Bradley. You didn't ask me.
I did. You said you'll have to think about it.
I'll do it.
All right, let's do it then. What are we doing? Whoever finishes better by the end of the season, or points per game, in case they play different amount of games, or it's gonna be.
Yeah. We can do end of the season. Yeah, I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we can figure it out later.
Points per game with the minimum amount of games played.
Yeah, I like it. I like the way you think, Munger.
Thanks, dog.
Yeah, you
Reid, my
surprised
thumb
me.
is still black and blue. FYI.
What's up?
I told Reid my thumb is still black and blue. Maddie said she thinks it's bruised. So
And you read it during Open too.
I know. It was like the second game of Open.
So Bradley, how do you feel about your team, your long-term prospects? Particularly, how do you feel about your flexes?
Well, I mean, I don't. Corey Davis, I guess I could like swap out from week to week, but I'm gonna keep Claypool in. I mean, I don't know. I guess I could put in Hardman or I don't
Mike Davis.
really have any of them. I'll probably
Elijah
stick with
Mitchell.
that. I mean, look at my bench. It's terrible. I better hope there's no injuries.
It's
Sanders just showed up this week for the first time, really.
I'll give you Jarvis Landry or Sterling Shepard.
Imagine how good your team would be with Aaron Jones.
I know.
Yeah, you
Get
should
the
have.
Austin discount.
Bradley was triggered about that. Austin and I were so happy when you didn't trade for him because your team would have been even more lethal than it is now.
I mean, the scary thing is, though, Bradley still has first-round picks to deal and get a better player if he wants to. And I have a feeling it's going to end up being with, like, Siggy, and he's going to get, like, Najee. Or
Yeah. Hey, Collin, can you scroll down? I want to see his picks.
I'm trying to do that right now, actually.
Trying to do that.
I bet you Siggy doesn't end up trading him unless it's just, like, something ridiculous. Because, like, I know he said he wants 2 picks on a young guy, but, like, he's, like, oftentimes when you, like, offer what he says he wants, he'll back out at the last second. And then also, because Najee's still young himself. I mean, he's only, like, 23, and he's just, so I can't really see him doing that, but maybe I'm wrong.
He's got 3
He
first
hasn't
rounds
answered me.
here, but they're all almost guaranteed to be in the back 5.
Oh, so, yeah, 3 next, yeah, geez. And he still has Mike Thomas on the bench. I always forget that. So once he comes back and, like, gets up to speed, just slot him in the flex spot.
Yep, absolutely.
Bradley happy to help out with a trade for Najee if you need an extra first to give out. Just give me Chase Claypool.
Please do. Well, I don't know about that.
I'm just saying before Austin traded for Adam Jones, I did say Bradley had the best team, so I'm just putting that out there.
Oh, before Aaron Jones.
Yeah, that Aaron Jones pick is big though. We'll say.
And I'm also willing to help in really any 3-team deal, particularly with Bradley and those 20-23 seconds. So just throw that.
Reach 2020. Just own the whole draft.
Maybe Cody will
Colin,
come back and they'll just cancel the draft, and then Reid will just be screwed.
Yo, watch the league disband before 2020, or maybe you'll let me draft and have my fun, and then disband the league right after the draft.
I just accidentally delete the league.
We start over again. I think 2 people dropped.
How about Mike G outscoring Travis Kelce this week?
I was gonna say that. I feel like it was just because of Jacoby Brissett. He just kept targeting him, and Tua never even looked his way the first 2 weeks.
Yeah,
So.
I traded him in redraft after week 1 after you put a freaking he lost me in my matchup against Evan. But the reason I traded him because I looked at the snap count and he only played like, well, as you saw, it was 39%, but yeah, he only played like freaking like 20 or 30 snaps or something. Like it wasn't even 30. It was like less than 30 snaps. So I was like, oh hell no. But
yeah, that could have been the game plan against New England. I don't know if they ran more. I don't.
Allegedly, like they may have put
Forward,
their
away to
backups because he's a better blocker. So yeah, but
you can't start it if they're not the top like 3 tight end. If they're not one of the big 3, you cannot start them a tight end against New England because Bill Belichick does not allow the tight ends to do well. Opposing tight ends to do well.
Yeah, I think we should call out that Bradley got like 60 points between his tight end, kicker, and defense. That's freaking ridiculous.
I vote to get rid of defense.
Why do you want? I don't understand why you want to get rid of defense.
Because it's not like a dynasty. Like dynasty, defense is a week to week play, where dynasty is a little bit different than redraft. You
Part of
don't
fantasy.
draft defenses. There's a difference. It'd be different if we're doing IDP. But I don't want to do that.
No, I understand that, and I don't care either way. But if we do get rid of him, I just say we do some type of compensation because some people took defenses in like the 16th round or whatever.
Yeah, some people did that. Who would ever do that?
It's not our fault you were silly.
Some people drafted 3 defenses.
Is that?
Or picked up. Tom had 3 defenses at one point.
It could be really fun.
I can't say nothing right now because I have 2 kickers on my roster.
Why?
You don't.
What are you
The
doing?
offense is terrible, but if we keep kickers, Younghoe Koo could be a major play in future years. But I picked up Daniel Carlson, but I mean, it's like no one relevant enough for me to like take up that roster spot anyway. So I said might as well.
Could
I
be
just want to
fun.
point.
An expansion in a few years, and then someone can draft a defense in the rookie draft. Just saying.
I just wanted to point out Sony Michel, 20 carries against the Buccaneers. Like that, those Rams running backs. I mean, the number one guy is going to get a lot of carries. Whoever.
Why did Jake Funk get the first carry and then had 0 the rest of the game?
Yeah, but
Is that really what happened?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got the first carry and then he only had one the entire game.
He really looked bad, apparently.
no, he's just not relevant. I don't even know why he was playing, but to Collin's point, yeah, no. Generally, depending on who they have, the number one guy will get the bulk. I said as soon as we got Michelle, I predicted that as the season goes on, it will be like a somewhat of a timeshare between him and Henderson. But in this case, I mean, obviously they're going to give Michelle the bulk because the alternative was Funk, and we just kind of talked about him. So, but yeah, no, we'll see. We'll see what they decide to do when Henderson comes back.
And let's hear your 30-second rant on the Rams win on Sunday.
Rant, I mean, wouldn't really call it a rant, but the Rams are probably the greatest team ever assembled since fucking I don't even the '92 Dream Team. Stafford, probably second all time behind Brady just because of the rings. Sean McVay, greatest coach of all time. Yeah, nothing else to be said.
Thank you for that.
I'm going to edit this now because you cussed and we're trying to be family friendly. So.
Oh, what's up?
Just kidding.
Collin, I want to ask you a question. I'm curious about your just general team depth. It seems like you really don't have anyone else out there to play in case you pile up a couple more injuries. I don't see Cordell Patterson as, I know you're highlighting him, but you don't see him as like a weekly play. I don't know. I'm curious your thoughts.
No, you're right. Like that's a concern, and I would trade with Chris, which isn't going to help any. That could happen, but we'll see. But yeah, that's a concern. I think Patterson could be a flex play every now and then if I had to.
Like what if Jefferson gets hurt or McLaurin? I'm just curious. I guess you have Antonio Brown, but
yeah, Antonio Brown. I mean, that having him helps. Yeah, he would definitely start.
If you don't mind, because I completely forgot. Do you want to say what your trade was with Chris again? I remember who you were trying to get, but I forget what the deal was.
I don't want to say the whole thing. If it happens, you guys will see it.
Yeah, I know. All right. I got you.
It's not going to happen.
Facts.
What? What do you say, Bradley?
It's probably not going to happen. It's Chris, so.
Yeah, Bradley will talk him out of it.
I've got 3 deals with Chris, so.
What's that supposed to mean, Austin? We got a little cahoots down there.
What always seems to happen is I'll send Chris a trade, and he'll happen to be with Bradley gambling that night, and then I'll get a text from Bradley, and it's like, yeah, I don't think Chris is going to do that. Well, I did not talk to you about this.
Does Chris ask you about every trade, Bradley, that's offered? I honestly was curious about that.
No, he used to, but not anymore. I don't know what your trade is, so. Curious.
Oh shit! I didn't realize that Chris didn't pay attention as much. I know Evan hinted at it, but I guess this is my first piece of evidence.
What is Reid? You can now annotate. What the heck is this?
I didn't do that.
What? All right. Well, that guy. Well, now I don't know what's on here.
I have a question for Collin. Do you ever see yourself trading Pat Frymuth?
Yeah. I mean, to you, I'll do it for maybe Dalvin, maybe Claypool on the cheap, maybe.
Dang. So Bradley, you're not gonna get an Austin discount.
No.
Yeah, I asked Collin that this week. Actually, I was reaching out trying to snag him too before he played on Sunday. But
Did you have a good game last week?
yeah, he had a touchdown.
Oh yeah, they move.
Don't
Oh, that game log. Oh, those snaps are going down.
Yeah, they just.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't. I don't know why they don't use him. Eric
I'm getting
Ebron
really
does
good
this
at projecting this stuff. Like last week, I reached out to 2 weeks ago. I reached out to Chris. Then Rondale Moore blew up. This week, I reached out to Collin. Pat blew up. So if you guys really need one of your players to blow up, just like send me a text of who you want it to be, and I'll reach out to you. Like if it's got to be a young guy though, preferably a rookie. So Evan, I know you have a lot of those. So if you need somebody to like bump up and get you to 3-1,
You know, Bateman might be coming back this week, so
I picked him up in 2 redraft leagues. So
Colin, you trying to do Visca for move back?
No. Fryermuth's he's my like backup play when Kelsey's done.
Oh, Reid souring on Visca a little bit.
That was our deal. That's how I got Visca.
Yeah.
straight up.
At the time, I thought I was giving up a lot, but yeah, now it doesn't. Like at the current moment, it doesn't look as bad. But we'll see.
Why are those things highlighted in? Oh, you're on a matchup for the Thursday night game or something. I was behind you in the background, like behind.
Yeah, for the Thursday night game.
Anything else on this game? Scroll through again.
I hate to see Colin that you lost another player with Hamler tearing his ACL. Just adds to the thin of makes your bench a little bit more thin.
We're about due for a big
Okay, I
player
didn't
to go down.
I meant to say Bradley.
I was
That's
wondering what
Bradley's
you're
third
talking
guy now on IR.
What'd you say, Reid?
We're about due for another big time player to go down for injury. It's been pretty quiet the last couple weeks.
That's true. Probably Zeke.
That would be a shame.
Good. Come on now.
it'll be Antonio Gibson.
Yeah, I know this is a different matchup, but talk about Bradley's like receivers that have been just performing. Keenan Allen and Cooper Kupp. He got him in like the 5th, 6th round, and I know because he took them both right before me, and I was targeting both those players. So kudos to you, Brad.
I mean, Keenan Allen is just always so consistent. He always has a ton of
Oh, yeah.
targets. So
The only reason why I didn't take it because I took Galladay and
What are you doing, Ahe?
Galladay. Who else did I take over him? Someone else. Huh? I don't know. I took Galladay and someone else over him just because of the age thing, because of Dynasty. So Galladay's 2 years younger. And same reason why I let Woods go by 2. Not that Woods is playing well this year, but Woods and Allen are both 29. And then Mike Evans and Galladay are both 27.
I'll give you.
All right.
I'd give you about a 3rd rounder for Galladay right now.
Just you wait and see.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stop the recording.
We can talk some trades before we jump off.